Yeah, I mean, 9 a.m. Practice a little more adversity than the usual 10 o'clock. So I think it's good to get guys up, get them moving. Right into a team period. I think it's great practice. A lot of high intensity. I feel like that's kind of been the name of the game this offseason and this training camp was, the duration of practice is not the way when I first got in the league how it was. 220, 230, an hour and a half. But great plays, great hum, getting after it. And I think guys had a really good day today.
I'm not sure how much influence you guys have on how much you play in preseason, but you guys have an entire line coming back. You have that continuity. Mm-hmm. How do you see it? Do you guys still need some time, or do you feel like it doesn't matter as much?
Yes. I don't know. I think there's something to be said for getting some reps, right? I mean, it's like I don't think you necessarily want the first time you hit another person but we have joint practices now and all this stuff, so. I don't know. I mean, it's up to Shane, whatever his decision is. But I think if you look at the way the league is going, like my rookie year, we played three quarters of my the third game, and no one's doing that anymore. I don't think 'cause it's just as soon as unfortunately someone gets hurt, it's like everybody's like, all right, not worth it, right? But I think it's also good work, and I think we've got we have joint practice with the Cardinals coming up, Bengals. So I think we've got some good work coming up, and I'll let Shane figure that one out.
Looking at that injury risk, is that a reminder of it? Just the Josh Downs play? Is that just get concerning just to see a teammate go down?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say any specific play. I think it's just, when you work the entire offseason to be, healthy as you can. 17 games is hard to get through as a starting five in general. I think you try to do everything you can to balance the scales of, being prepared for week one, but also being healthy as you can. So that's a question for Shane, but we'll do the best we can. Yeah, I think the leadership role is really starting to kind of come out. I think it's holding guys accountable, using snap count, changing protections, the things that at a year one starting quarterback with minimal college experience probably you're not expecting that to be right now and every single time. But I think the work he did sitting in meetings last year when he was injured, the off season, having now. A handful, 10 practices underneath our belt here. I think you can really start to see it. And I witnessed it today. Just kind of caught me off guard. I was like, man, like that. It's cool to see him really progressing into that role. That's the role that you need him to be into.
What about the synergy between you and him? I mean, we've been here for all the quarterbacks that you've played with, right? Mm-hmm. You haven't really had the chance to settle in with the guy. Are you starting to see what that can maybe become, and what can that become?
Yeah, I think it's always growing, right? I mean, it's a lot of those guys were all veterans, so it was a little bit different, right? So, truly going from rookie and now me being the veteran, kind of on a different side of it, right? But I think it's awesome to see him progress, to see what he can do on the field, what he can do in the leadership role in the huddle. And I think just the impact he has when he steps in the huddle, right? It's not always about what you say, it's about the motivation, the feeling that guys get when you step in the huddle. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. We're prepared. Whatever we call is going to be successful. And that continuity between us two is obviously growing as well. And I think it's the entire five. It's spending time with us, eating with us, talking with us. Those things matter.
How much of a difference does he make, at least in practice, having him in the red zone?
You look at the way he moves, the way that he is. It's insane. You know what I mean? So it's. Obviously the playbook's a lot different when Gardner was there versus when Anthony's there, and I think it's just so drastically different of what he can do physically. Obviously you can see what he can do with the ball in his hands, whether it's running, passing. He makes great reads when it comes to if it's an option play or he's reading the defensive end or the backside linebacker. He's got more reads than I've ever seen. Somebody had to go through on a single process, and for his ability to do that at such a young age with that physicality, I think it's pretty impressive.